Hey, what's up guys, Brahmasty Knight here, back in the video, and today we are doing a kind of guide that I kind of thought about myself a little bit for people who are still trying to get some money out on GTA. So I thought of the best 3 ways to get money out on GTA. One of them, actually I'll get to that when we get started. So the first one I have is a big one that came out just recently. Well, not just recently, but half decently recent. All the CEO stuff. The CEO stuff is really good for this because it gives you quite a bit of money for not too hard missions. Things like Headhunter and Sightseer are pretty good ones. You can do Hostile Takedown as well, or Hostile Recovery, or something like that as well. That one's okay, but I recommend Sightseer and Headhunter as two of the best ones to do, as you can do one directly after the other, but then have to wait about 2 minutes or so to do it again. They both give you around 22,000 each time for doing them, so not too bad. It's like 100k after 4 times of doing one of each. So there'll be 4 times together. So you do one and one, one and one. So you'll do Headhunter, then Sightseer, Headhunter, Sightseer, so on and so on. Which really is a pretty good method. But let's say you don't have $1 million and you can't, and you don't have $1 million, you can't buy your own CEO apartment building. You don't need the warehouse to do those things, by the way. That's only for cargo, I'm pretty sure. But for that, you don't need it. Uh, a second way you can get some pretty good cash in the game, if you don't have the $1 million to do the CEO stuff, heists is probably still one of your best bets. Heists are kind of in between being hard and difficult, depends which one you do. But as you know, you can replay them after doing them all. So if you have made it to the, excuse me, little lost for words today. If you've made it to the last job, the Pacific Standard job, you can actually do the Kuruma glitch that actually still works in the game for now. You don't lose a wanted level while doing it. Like, it doesn't drop down to 2 stars anymore. It actually goes back up to 5, but it doesn't matter. But if you can do that, you can just keep playing the mission every how many days it takes to recharge, and it's not too bad cash. I mean, and there's a glitch out there now where if the host leaves once you hit the boat, excuse me, once you hit the boat part, everyone else will get cash, but the host will still be able to redo the mission because technically he never did it. So you can do that method as long as you've made it to that part and your host doesn't really want too much money. That also has a flaw, being that you have to have people you can play with, you know, are good and that like you have communication with. Because trying to play with random people, let me tell you, is not the best thing. And coming up in a video soon, I will talk about a story I actually have about something like that happening to me and my friends. But no spoilers. Uh, and then the last method, one of the ones you can also do, if you haven't made a Pacific Standard job yet, and if you haven't got enough money for the CEO building, one of the things you can do is just wait for double cash, double RP on in one of those I can't remember what it's called now. Great. One of those special events that Simeon, I believe, talks to you about. One of those missions like Power Play or whatever. When they go double RP and double cash, they are pretty good methods of money. Like the one that was double RP, double cash for a week. I think it was Entourage. I believe it's Entourage. You could do that, and it would be double RP and double all that. It was pretty good. It gave you about 100k for doing it. It's not the best way, that's for sure. It gave you 100k, but it took about half an hour or so just to do one of them, and it give you 100k. In that time, you could probably get at least 150 from the CEO stuff, and heists in half an hour, if you're good, you could probably get 500k. Of course, there'd be a cooldown for the heist, so it's not really a good comparison. But the CEO stuff to that, I definitely take the CEO stuff. But if you're struggling for cash, you have nothing, you don't have the CEO stuff yet, pretty good way to get started off there. There's always buying shark cards, but I mean, not the best way to go at it. think a little. I'm trying to think of another method you could probably do. I mean, everyone talks about doing those time trials and doing them on 2 accounts. I mean, it's okay to do. I mean, you can do them once a week. I guess you can do them in between doing a heist or something. But besides that, all those methods are pretty good. I don't. The last one I don't prefer. If you guys can do one of the two of the first two, I recommend doing one of those. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.